Let me see if it's coming online.
Check.
All right.
I think we are live. It's perfect. I'm just checking on YouTube if we are completely live as well. Yes. Okay, welcome. We are a little bit late, but we still have time for lunch. So I want to introduce you my friends first. Here we go. We have Tahir Merali from Canada.
Hello.
Remco, currently in UK. And Hugo Costa from Portugal.
Hello, good evening, everyone.
So guys, we were supposed to watch the launch all together, and we decided to make the stream. So we tried the last time, a few days ago, the launch unfortunately postponed in the last moment, 16 minutes, until 16 minutes. So currently we are having better weather seems. So what's the last situation, Tahir?
Sure. So at the last update, it was green for weather, and they were tracking some thunderstorms that were, thunder clouds rather, that were coming from the ocean. So we're waiting on the latest weather update shortly, or the last one. They did just before starting fueling, and they'll have one more check before they go into their launch camp.
So we will try to show two different feed to you. That's the general feed from the NASA media sites, and at the same time the public sites. Right now, T-minus 18 minutes we can see.
Excellent.
Yeah, I mean, I was not really expecting that the launch was gonna happen. That's why, I mean, I'm a bit like, really? That's really happening?
Well, this morning it was 50%, they said, for the weather. So it all depends on the weather as last time. But it's, as you said, it's looking better now.
T-minus
17 minutes to go, and looks like they are venting oxygen right now. So they're pumping the fuel into the launcher. Looking good.
It was exactly 16 minutes. It was postponed.
16 minutes and 53 seconds it was.
You remember that one too, right?
Yeah. So let's see, that's 30 seconds away from the cutoff point of last week.
So it looks like we're in a better position today.
I really, really hope so. I mean, I looked at the live stream, 40 minutes ago, and it was pouring down with rain. So that's Florida weather for you, I guess. Well, there we go. We've passed the 16 minutes and 53 second mark. Looking good.
All right.
Yeah, that's good.
Gotten closer.
Yes.
Gotten closer.
Stage 2 locks load started.
Oh, I didn't see them when they were coming into the spaceship. Did they sign again the white room?
Oh, I missed that. I saw them get in the cars, and I saw them walk out the doors. I missed them in the white room. It was dinner time here, so I had to have a quick bite. But it looked, when I looked at the crew walkout, it was a carbon copy of what we saw 3 days ago. So I don't even know if we saw it live or that they just replayed whatever happened last time.
Just an update. They are now loading the second stage with liquid oxygen. So that's a good sign.
All right, now that we're under 15 minutes away, we have a jet from
15 minutes away. I've got it at 15 minutes and 45 seconds. Are we in sync between our four locations?
I think so. Let me check.
15:35.
15:30.
I've got 15:34,
15:30.
32, 31, 30.
56, 55, 55.
Yeah, a couple of seconds difference between different
Yes.
Yeah, but not
streams.
much. It's not that I'm
Yeah.
a minute behind or something, because some streams have a bigger delay than others, depending on, I guess, how many relays there are in the in the video feed.
Exactly.
Stage
Okay,
2 locks is on the
15
DPs
minutes.
and flow rate tracking nominally.
Need to turn up the sound a little bit. I don't really hear what they're saying.
So here's just maybe a quick rundown of what's going to happen in the next few minutes. All right, so everything is nominal at the moment. So at T-minus 7 minutes, they're going to begin an engine chill prior to launch, and that'll be one of the larger milestones. And then at T-minus 5 minutes, they're going to transition to internal power, and that's a big thing. So the rocket and the spacecraft will be on its own power. And then T-minus 1 minute, the command flight computer will begin the pre-launch checks. So that's the automation that kicks in. And then the final go-no-go will be from the launch director at T-minus 45 seconds. So that's those are the next big steps coming up. Crossing fingers.
There's no reds on the board at the moment, are there?
So far green. So far green.
So far go. But we can clearly see that the weather is better at the moment. I mean.
Yes, but the weather can change very quickly in Florida, as we've seen a few times.
So who here has been able to see a live launch?
Not yet.
Yeah, I guess I've seen 5 live launches. The last live launch I saw was a Soyuz from Baikonur. Actually, the last 2 that I saw were from Russia, and before that, I saw the EFT-1, the Orion capsule launch from the Delta IV from Cape Kennedy, and of course, I saw the last space shuttle going up 9 years ago, in July 2011. I was there.
Now we must have missed each other, Remco.
Yeah, such a pity. Yeah.
Gosh.
Yeah, that was certainly an emotional moment. That one.
Oh my God, yeah, that was a life changer for me. That really got me into, from being a space hobbyist or space enthusiast to towards becoming a space professional, which I'm really happy to say that I am now.
Well, we're glad you're here.
Likewise, thanks for the invite, Halit. That was cool. This is I've never done a launch like this, so this is pretty cool.
Yeah, I mean, it's a really historical moment for many of us, and it's nice to cherish this moment together. So that was the main intention, and there are many people following me on my YouTube channel, and we said, why not streaming? I mean, there are many stream happening at the moment, but it's hard to find, I guess, so many space professionals at the same time in a broadcast like that, other than the NASA own broadcast now.
Sure, there's 2 million people in the live view on the NASA YouTube at the moment. We don't have that viewership yet, but hey, who knows if we keep doing this?
At the moment, we have the best 27 people watching us.
You see,
Exactly.
Hello to everybody that is watching us today. Thank you for joining us.
Exactly.
Maybe you might be able to tell us in the YouTube comments where you're viewing us from. That would be pretty awesome. Thank you.
Yeah, there are so many friends started to come. I mean.
Share the link with a few more people.
Yeah.
I put it on Twitter, but let me put it on a few other things as well.
There's a question if we can show the countdown.
Okay.
Yep, but if we switch to the public feed, that'll give us the countdown.
Right.
Yeah.
I like that, the countdown.
Germany, we have Diogo from Germany, Fatih from Turkey.
Welcome,
If
guys.
you notice, there were about
I'm
2 minutes,
17.
10 minutes, and 50 seconds. One unique thing they mentioned last
Rani,
during our
hello
launch.
Rani, hello Marianne.
All right. Hey. So one of the neat things they noted last on Wednesday was they had little finger holds for the crew to rest their fingertips, so they don't have to reach too far high to reach the touch screens.
Wow.
It's like attention to detail. Pretty neat stuff. Pretty neat stuff.
Yeah, they keep playing with their fingers at the moment.
Dragon, SpaceX confirmed displays are configured for launch.
SpaceX Dragon displays are configured for launch.
Yeah, 10 minutes to go. So when the hatch closed, you saw the seats rotate. So they have a different position for getting into the capsule versus the position they're sitting in now, where they're looking at the screen. So they're in launch position at the moment, lying on their backs
our honor to be part of this,
to catch the G-forces in the best way.
The United States back in the launch business.
We have people from Izmir,
We'll talk to you from orbit. Thank you.
Portugal.
Yeah, definitely. There are so many people from Turkey. Hopefully, we will do the next broadcast, the streaming via Space Agenda channels.
Would be nice.
For those who never get into Space Agenda, please do. It's a perfect place for you. Yeah.
All right. So the launch ground crew and control is just wishing the crew well, and that they're ready to go for this historic launch.
So let's see the general view.
T-8. How exciting could be to be the first to fly a brand new spacecraft? It's should be quite engaging for them and exciting.
Wow, yes. This is the first time since April 1981 that there's a new system, a new U.S. launch system flying from the U.S. So, yeah, pretty historic.
If you have the chance to speak with anybody that's a test pilot or people that fly aircraft for a living, they say the most exciting thing is to fly an absolutely new craft that nobody has ever flown before. They get to be the first ones to try that, and what Bob and Doug mentioned is that they're keenly keeping aware of everything around them so they can report back on how things work. And so that's one of the highlights of a lot of people's careers that are fighter pilots and test pilots.
Wow. Okay, fuel stage 1 fueling complete.
Stage 1 and Stage 2 engine
You know, the vehicle is apparently completely autonomous, so in theory, these guys are just passengers. I mean, I know they're not, but in theory, they can just sit back and relax like they're doing right now and not touch anything in order to get to the ISS.
All right, we've got engine chill started. Excellent.
The next version, they will control it from a mobile application, most probably.
Yeah.
Which is a pretty good advantage if you think about space tourism, and you can use all the seats for tourists.
Mm-hmm.
If you can control it from home. I don't know if you are a tourist and sitting there knowing that nobody can fly that spacecraft, if they would be happy to to be in that situation. But from the business perspective, it's quite interesting.
And Stage 1 fuel is closed out.
We do have a question from someone just asking about what is the possibility of an accident and if it could happen and what would happen if that's the case. So I don't know if somebody want to take that question.
Take it, Tahir.
Sure. So the capsule itself has an abort system. So at any time from when they started loading for propellant up to when they reach orbit, there's an autonomous system that can help the crew escape so the rocket will come apart from the capsule, and the capsule will then be able to land safely in the ocean anywhere during its trajectory. So that allows them to separate from the dangerous part of the rocket and allows them to come home safely. And that's any stage from right now through to 8 minutes once they're in orbit. So that's been tested successfully. And that, you know, in the event that something does happen, then of course we'll be the first ones to know while we're watching the live feed.
It's not been tested with people on board, so if it does happen, it will be a pretty violent, a very short ride.
Pressing 4 strong back, retract.
T-minus 5 minutes.
Yes. Yeah, you see the liquid oxygen venting.
It's
both stages.
It's cold. It's cold. And many people thinks that it's really, you know, hot out there, but at the moment they are cooling down everything to make it control.
Yeah. I don't know if you ever noticed on the Soyuz launch, when the rocket rolls out, it's green. Once it's on the pad fueled, it's white. And that's exactly for that reason, because of all the humidity that freezes on the side of the rocket.
Stage 1, RP on bleed.
I mean, those ice pieces can be also dangerous. We saw that, unfortunately, it damaged some of the space shuttle tiles during the launch, and was
that ice, or was that something? Was that one of the heat panels coming off? Something else, or one of the foam panels from the booth?
As far as I remember, this ice hit the panels, and it's damaged like that.
Right.
And afterwards, they started the procedure to turn around itself before connecting to ISS, in order to see visually, monitor if there's any damage. Yeah. Of course, for years they were not using any space shuttle, so that will be the new transportation system, hopefully, for United States.
Yeah. Yeah. At the moment, this is the first one that's going operational, because Boeing had some problems with their Starliner. So this might be the one for the next year.
And back igniter
so the only one from America for the next year or so, until Boeing gets its act together.
Yeah.
So fingers crossed, 3 minutes to go.
Logo bleed.
And you see the strong back now moving. Is it moving away?
I have 2:31 seconds.
Close out.
Yep.
That's right, 2 minutes, 58 seconds on my screen.
2:55, 54, 53. Yep.
Yeah, we're in sync, Remco.
Excellent. Canada and the UK are in sync.
I think we're a little bit ahead.
Okay.
So this is going to be like watching soccer. One is scoring the penalty kick, and one is celebrating.
And we're still waiting, yeah.
Yeah.
All right.
What's the other tower? It's the
all right. We're transitioned. We're transitioned to internal power. Excellent.
Excellent.
The spacecraft and the rocket is on its own power. This is incredible.
Yes.
Stage 2 lock float is closed out. Propellant fills are complete.
1:28.
Is an auto idle.
We've got a bit of rain. Actually, quite a lot of rain.
I don't know if it's rain or it's a wet place.
I think it's rain.
Okay, stand by for 1 more minute. We'll have a launch director verifying go for launch.
Gas closeouts is starting.
I guess they are pushing some water also underneath.
Yes, but the big spray will come on right before ignition.
Exactly.
To lower the
less than 1 minute
pressure.
All right.
This is going to be.
Maybe if you hey Halit, if you want to switch to the public feed, we'll get the countdown.
Exactly, the public one. Last 1 minute. T-minus 1.
All right. Looks like we're really going, guys.
Dragon, SpaceX, go for launch.
Dragon is in countdown. All right.
We're go for launch. Let's light this candle.
Under a minute now.
T-minus 30 seconds.
I guess I'm not the only one who's not breathing.
We're go for launch.
Go for launch.
Okay, thumbs up by the astronauts.
All right, let's light this candle. Love it.
Thanks, pressing for flight.
Okay, there we go.
15 seconds.
T-minus 30 seconds.
Okay, we're really going.
10,
Play
9,
7. Oh, yeah, we got the countdown. Here we
7,
go. Here it is.
Wow.
6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. Ignition.
Minus 15.
Liftoff of the Falcon 9 and Crew Dragon. Go NASA. Go SpaceX.
Here we go.
Comes the
Godspeed,
water.
Bob and Doug.
8, 7, 6,
Vehicle pitching down.
5, 4, 3,
Wow.
And off we go.
All right.
Is nominal.
Looks smooth.
Wow. Go, Bob and Doug, go.
Go, 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 go.
All right.
There we go, there we go.
Dragon.
Godspeed, Bob and Doug.
All right.
Woo. All right.
Falcon power and telemetry nominal.
All right, look at that view. Wow.
Yeah,
I
that's
mean, look at
amazing.
this. It seems easy. It seems
Yeah, getting
quite easy.
faster and faster at the moment. It's already 4-kilometer high altitude.
Everything's nominal. We're gonna hit Miko.
Nominal.
We're going to hit Miko in just before 1 minute. That's the largest pressure and the most critical part of the launch.
Yeah,
Mhm.
max Q right around now.
And 1D throttle up.
Come on, get through it. You can do it. You can do it.
Maximum
Go.
dynamic pressure.
Yes, we're supersonic. All right.
Copy 1 Bravo.
Exactly.
Okay. 12 kilometers.
Going smooth, going fast.
Max Q. They reached it.
Yep. Back to full power.
Yes.
Where's the planet?
Start of MVAC
Go,
engine
go, go,
chill.
go.
There we go. Yeah, we expect some good video here, knowing SpaceX.
Yeah.
Oh, Bob and Doug.
Yeah.
Go, Bob and Doug. That's right.
And I saw no vibration in the cockpits. I mean,
Looking good, but they
it's a good camera.
it's a good camera with the gimbal on it, I guess.
40 kilometers high.
Wow. You
Exactly.
can hear the cheering in the background.
Yes.
And 1D throttle down.
Oh, this is historic.
There we go. There's the video feed from the outside.
Yep.
All right.
Looking good. Getting close to main engine cutoff. And you can see the plume getting wider and wider and wider when there's less of the atmosphere.
We will see the detach.
Confirmed.
Copy 2 Alpha.
Yep. Throttling down the engine.
Are you in space?
There we
Back
go.
ignition.
Burnout.
They're almost there.
Here we go.
And
Nobody in space.
separation.
Nico.
Separation.
All right.
Oh.
Now, waiting for second stage ignition, and there we go.
In space now?
Second stage engine on.
Acquisition of signal lofts.
All right.
Stage 2 propulsion is nominal.
So we go from 9 engines on the first stage to 1 engine on the second stage.
Yes. They're there. They've made it into space. This is fantastic.
Yep, they crossed the 100
Exactly.
kilometers line. But they need to go a hell of a lot faster if they want to stay in orbit.
Yeah, that's easy, yeah, to go to space. I mean,
Yeah.
3 minutes and you are there.
SpaceX nominal trajectory.
Exactly.
Yep.
Acquisition of signal.
What do you think about
SpaceX
100
Dragon nominal
kilometers?
trajectory.
It's not that much.
No, you're further away from me than space.
Exactly.
Exactly.
Actually,
Wow.
they'll be flying
It
right
looks-
over here in
propulsion
about
still
15
nominal.
minutes. It's too
They
light
look,
still
they
to
look
see.
so comfortable.
Yeah,
So
they do.
comfortable.
Exactly. Yeah, it's like the Space Odyssey now.
Yeah.
Look at the sunshine going through their window there. That's a
Yeah,
oh wow.
beautiful.
Yeah, from this point of view, it's easy to be an astronaut, huh? They are just sitting. That's it.
It's a beautiful day to be in orbit.
Yeah,
It's
just
like-
just passengers. So
Yeah, it's like when you're traveling by airplane, you can even see the route where you are and the map.
yeah,
Just there, sitting and watching.
Yeah.
All right, they're all on a nominal trajectory. That's good. Looks like it's all good, and looks like the first stage is on its way
coming on.
back to Earth.
yes.
Back to Earth.
It's almost 200 kilometer.
Yeah. So the right view right now is the view from the first stage that is returning back to Earth, and it will land on a barge, on a ship in the ocean, right?
Yep. Yeah, we will be able to see that.
Yes.
Yeah, they tried that many times. I don't think that they will fail.
No. They can do that, but this is the first time that it's a
SpaceX
crewed
nominal
launch
trajectory.
that where the first stage
Exactly.
will come back. So in that sense,
Nominal trajectory.
it is a first.
So the word crude, right? Crude.
So that's important.
That's important.
Yes. Even
That's
though
probably
it's
the
two
one
men.
we will see when we go to the museum one day. The
Oh,
first.
this booster, yeah.
Yeah, definitely.
Do we know if this is a new booster or that they've used it before?
Huh. No idea.
I'm not sure. I would imagine they use a new one, although, well, there's arguments for using a one that's been tested.
Mm-hmm.
Exactly.
Oh yeah, I don't know.
I don't know which one is more reassuring, you know, the
Yeah,
new one or
exactly.
the one already used.
Stage 2
Yeah,
propulsion.
probably
Tactic.
there's a difference. Yeah.
Dragon SpaceX nominal trajectory.
Dragon copies, nominal trajectory.
$15,000 kilometers an hour. Getting closer, but still not fast enough to stay in orbit.
Acquisition of signal, New Hampshire.
All right.
Stage 2 FTS is saved.
Very good. There's the entry burn. So reigniting the engines to slow down
Mm-hmm.
the first stage. And
All right. Entry burn.
yep.
Yeah, well, we can see the side wings turning time to time to realign.
You eat it then. I already ate.
So many clouds.
Terminal guidance.
Oops.
And back to all of them.
There we go. We see the booster coming back through the clouds, towards the clouds.
Yes.
Shannon.
Copy Shannon.
And we have the landing burn and Seco very close together. So Seco is the second stage cutoff, meaning they have made it to orbit.
And back to all of them.
Almost. You see 25,000 kilometers an hour. That's almost enough
And
to
back
stay in
down.
orbit. Almost orbital speed. So as soon as this engine is off, there we go. We have Seco.
Dragon SpaceX nominal
You see the
orbital
speed
insertion.
goes to 27,000 kilometers an hour, which is orbital speeds. So they
Dragon
are
copies,
in orbit.
nominal orbital insertion.
Yep.
And right now,
Oh, it's
First
coming
stage landing.
down.
It's coming down, coming down.
Coming.
oh, the sea is a bit choppy.
Yes.
Of course, I still love you, lost of signal.
Yeah, loss of signal. We've seen that a few times before. But,
Exactly.
Signal, New
So guys, anytime our
There
discussion
it
might
is.
be interrupted because of Zoom 45 minutes rule, So in that case, please
Less
reconnect.
than 1 minute.
Yeah, less than 1 minute it will stop, and we please reconnect later. But stream will continue, so we will start a new session. Okay.
Yes.
All right, so the two guys are in orbit.
Exactly.
And
they're experiencing weightlessness now, and at the same time they reached orbit. Stage 1 reached the ship.
Perfect.
wow.
Here we go. The little dragon.
Yes. All right. Okay. So my friends will reconnect at the moment. So please go nowhere. We will continue our talk with them. So we are almost fully recovered our communication.
And I think we are live, right?
Yes. Our crew had loss of signal for a minute, and we're waiting for our friend from Canada to rejoin us.
Exactly. Tahir is almost about in here. I can show already the feed, by the way.
Expected loss of signal, Wolves.
Yes. Welcome back, Tahir.
We're back.
Yeah, we're back just in time because they're getting ready
Dragon separation confirmed.
to separate the dragon from the second stage.
Oh, perfect.
Booster.
On 1 is unmerged.
The separation confirmed.
Everyone excited, huh?
There we go. There we go.
All right.
We have separation.
Separation. Perfect. What's gonna happen to this stage, huh?
Dragon SpaceX with that separation call. We have a few words for you from our Falcon.
The second stage will re-enter the atmosphere and crash in the ocean. That's,
But the question is when, because all other Falcon rocket pieces are still there.
Thanks for flying with Falcon
Yeah,
9
this might
today.
take
We
a
hope
while.
you enjoyed
Yeah.
the ride and wish you a
because
great
of
mission.
course it's going at the same orbital speed as the Dragon capsule. I don't know if they do a deorbit maneuver for the second
Congratulations
stage.
to
Do you know,
and your
Tahir?
team for the first human ride for Falcon 9, and it was incredible. Appreciate all the hard work, and thanks for the great ride to space.
That'll be all.
Wow, and like, proud of you guys and the rest of the team. Thank you so much for what you've done for us today, putting America back into low Earth orbit from the Florida coast.
That'll be all. Good luck and Godspeed.
Yes, the important.
In Dragon SpaceX, we confirm nominal ECLIS activation and service section Draco checkouts. Nose cone deploys in progress.
Yes, so for the next approximately
Yeah,
19
well,
hours, they'll be on their way catching up with the ISS.
Mm-hmm. Of course, we won't continue to stream that long.
No.
Already exciting part is it's over. They are in space, but the first time I can see them, they are touching the screen and how it's look like. You know, it's a really interesting screen actually they have.
Yeah.
All right.
Is it possible to control manually?
I would assume so, yes. If they lose the automated controls, yeah, they will be able to control it manually. But
Where's the stick?
yeah, I was looking as well. I don't know, but I'm sure it's somewhere.
Yeah, probably there's a port. You open it and.
Very likely, yes.
You know, it's a good thing. It's SpaceX or Tesla or someone coming from that area. Because if it was IKEA, you'd have to open the instructions and see how to install the.
Yeah.
Rather than do it all by yourself. So.
We can see the mission control center.
Yes.
Yeah, they're gonna take about another half an hour. They'll coast, and then they'll have a burn from the engine that'll push them into the right orbit for to dock and or to rendezvous and dock with the space station, which will be another first. So that'll be exciting.
Yes.
So now the helmets are off, gloves are off.
It's showing still there. And the videos are off.
Well, we'll come back on. Yeah, they should be flying right over the UK at this moment. Maybe 3-4 minutes more, but they should be coming right across over where I'm sitting.
Mm-hmm.
3 days ago, it was supposed to be visible. It was darker. We were a little bit later. It was supposed to be visible. Now it's still sunny out here, so we won't be able to see it. They say we should be able to see the second orbit though, when it comes over the UK. We'll see.
Yeah. Is there any other attractive things that we can see? I mean, the second stage is the first stage is already down. It's past the whole limits. I guess we just need to wait a couple of hours.
So they did have a weightlessness indicator that they had taken up on the ride, or at least they had it on the first one. It was a mini dragon stuffed animal, which if you'd like to buy it with sparkles, it's available at Barnes and Noble in the U.S.
It's commercial space flight. Yes.
There you go.
So the next thing that I do expect on the stream is maybe a talk by Jim Bridenstine or by Elon Musk or by both.
Yeah, most probably.
The SpaceX feed is over, and now we're back to NASA.
Exactly.
Sophia.
I believe now the next interesting moment will be when they will dock, and then when they will
tomorrow
greet the crew on board ISS.
That'll be another historic moment. Yes.
So will they stay how long there? In order to complete the demo, they should come back, right?
Yes, they should come back, but they're staying there for 2 months. I think I heard 2 months, 3 months.
Ah.
Yeah, there was a debate. They asked that question of Jim Bridenstine on Wednesday, and they said they could extend it. They could stay longer. It depends on their ability to get all the checkouts done for the Dragon capsule, and making sure that if they have any extra time, they can perform some experiments and do some other things, activities for maintenance on station. But they want to make sure they get all their checks done first, and if they have extra time that they can stay a little longer, then they'll make it happen. But they do have to get them home safely as well, and that's still part of the test.
Yes, of course.
So this capsule is for 2 people at the moment, but when it's completely ready, it will be for how many people?
For NASA contracts, they will fly 4 people on board, so they've got 4 seats already right now. You saw the 2 astronauts sitting in seats 2 and 3. But it can have 7 people on board.
Up to 7 people, that's great.
Yeah, but for NASA flights, they will limit it to 4 crew maximum. Let's see what Jim is saying.
Fully supportive of our spaceflight initiatives, not just on the exploration, discovery, going to the moon, onto Mars, but also from a Space Force perspective. Our budgets
I'm waiting
are
for
going
him to
up,
say
things are
launching
strong,
American
and
astronauts
today
on
was
American
just
rockets.
it was just an amazing day.
Counting how many times
One of the things the president did right out of the gate when he became president is he created what's called the National Space Council, and he put the vice president as chairman of the National Space Council. And on that National Space Council, you've got the Secretary of Defense and the Secretary of State and the Secretary of Commerce, the Secretary of Transportation, the Secretary of Education, the chairman of the Joint Chiefs, all of these different amazing individuals that deal with space day in and day out. A lot of people don't realize how many parts of the federal government deal with space. And the vice president invited those members of the National Space Council here as well. So we just had, and then we had members of Congress, bipartisan members of Congress, Republicans and Democrats, who have been involved in supporting this program for a long time now. So I'll just tell you, I'm breathing a sigh of relief, but I will also tell you I am not going to celebrate until Bob and Doug are home safely. Tomorrow they're going to dock to the International Space Station. Tonight I'm heading to Houston to be at the Johnson Space Center when that happens. So it's a bit of a relief. The nose cone is now open. It's now deployed, which means that now we're going to go into some burns. We're going to have some phasing burns. We're going to have some boosting burns, and we're going to get as much as we can in alignment with the International Space Station as early as possible here. But also, I know it's hard, but the big thing that we need to
I'm
do
wondering
now
if we'll
is
see some shots from the interior,
Bob and Doug,
after
who
Jim
have
is
now gone
spoken.
through this exercise twice.
It'll be
They
interesting
need
to
get
see some of
rest.
the checks they're performing.
I can guarantee
see
there
how
will
much
be no rest
space they have.
for a
They
good
store their
amount of
gloves
time
and
while they're
their
up there
helmet
in
and the
orbit.
like.
And they are certainly on their
I think
way.
the
A lot of
SpaceX
people joining
broadcast
us for
is actually
this
over
entire
already.
Yeah, exactly. From now on, there will be only talks.
Dragon SpaceX, we see nominal nose cone opening and forward bulkhead Draco checkouts. We're just waiting for TCS to stabilize.
Now's the director. He seems concerned.
Yeah.
Nose cone opening and Draco checkouts.
I think it's because his whole budget kind of rides on this right now.
Yeah, exactly.
Exactly. Yeah, I guess there are not so many interesting screens to show to our followers at the moment.
Not at the moment, no. These are just speeches. So,
speeches.
Unless you're interested in the speeches, then
exactly.
Are there any questions on the chat? If anybody has any questions, they can shoot us some questions.
Exactly.
I'm just looking at it here.
That's
There's one question: when will they dock to the ISS?
Yeah, so they'll be on their way for about 19 hours. So tomorrow, a few hours earlier than the launch. So let's calculate. So it was 3:22 that they launched, plus 19 hours they'll be docking. So in Europe, that will be in the middle of the day tomorrow.
Yeah.
Awesome.
But I guess in normal operation it can take shorter than this, right? I mean, most probably.
Well, yeah, this is a new normal. It can take, Soyuz often goes quicker, just a few hours. I don't know this procedure from their low Earth orbits to their docking orbits. Why it's taking 19 hours and not shorter or longer? It used to take on Soyuz. It used to take several days.
About 3 days. About 3 days.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Until they introduced this sped up procedure, where they do it in was it 5-6 hours or so? It's pretty quick.
I believe it's 8 hours. I mean,
8 hours.
Just under 8 hours. Yeah.
Yeah. So this is taking 19 hours. I don't know if this will be the new standard or that this is just for testing, that they do tests along the way that they take a little bit more time. And then in the future we might see it faster, because being stuck in that capsule for 19 hours is it's a long ride.
But albeit it looks a lot more comfortable than the Soyuz capsule. The Soyuz capsule is very, very tight. It looks like there's a bit more room in the Dragon, which is kind of nice. So I'm sure they appreciate.
But the Soyuz capsule still has the habitation module. So it's the Soyuz capsule where they launch from Russia. It actually has 2 compartments rather than 2.
Yeah.
But this is definitely a lot roomier.
Can I have something? Oh, that's great.
You got any more questions?
Seems no more questions coming. Is there any?
doesn't
Not
look
yet.
like.
There's some thank yous. So there's some thank yous coming.
Exactly.
So just sharing that with me. Here's one. Is there any other reusable rocket system outside of America?
Well, you want to take that?
Sure. Well, okay. Well, I guess let's see. Reusable rockets. No. Actually, if I think about it,
Not in my knowledge.
Yeah.
So we can confirm
Yep.
a good TCS
Doesn't-
reconfiguration.
the Soyuz is not reusable.
Cabin
No, well,
environment
yeah,
stabilized.
Soyuz is not reusable. The
Right now we're just
The
trying
rocket
to
side.
Falcon 9,
temperature is still
the
rising
rocket
a little
side,
bit,
yeah, the
so
Falcon 9
we'll
returns
when
the
we're
stage.
ready.
It'll be interesting to see, actually. I think if the stage that's being returned that just landed on, of course, I Still Love You, on the barge, might be if that they'll reuse that or not
Okay,
for
next burn
future
is
crewed
Burger's
missions,
Place,
or they'll
being
repurpose
in
that
about 20
for other satellite missions. I think I haven't heard a lot of discussion from the commercial side of things of whether it's obviously more advantageous for a commercial company to use the reusable booster rather than a new booster. But the risk side of that, when it comes to human spaceflight, might trump that. So it'll be interesting to see, if that's something that's considered in the future. I don't know. I don't know if you guys would want to ride on a reusable booster versus a new booster, but they're still collecting data on that.
We had that discussion before. Is it good if your rocket has been tested already when you sit on it, or would you rather sit in a brand new one? I don't know. There's arguments for both, I guess.
Yeah, and it depends on the price. I mean, if it's cheaper to send non-reusable ones, of course they will go on that systems better than the reusable ones. I mean,
it might be. Go ahead.
Of course, it is part of the whole rationale for going commercial, and the reason why SpaceX is able to offer this at a lower cost than its competitors is all built on the premise of reusability. So you built the rocket once and you fly it more than once. That's the reason why SpaceX can do this cheaper than any other company, at least from a payload satellite point of view. That's of course their premise.
That's right. So think about it as, say, the way I like to look at it is, say it's like a used car, right? So right now there's really only one customer, which is NASA, and NASA is buying these seats. And NASA's contract might say, no, we want to use a new booster every time. But other customers might come around that says, no, I'll go ahead and purchase a used booster for my crew that I'd like to send up. And it's those types of discussions that are either already happening or will happen for new customers that want to end up launching their own crews, sometime in the future. That's what this whole commercial crew aspect opens up. So many discussions that we've only ever dreamed of are now starting to happen and in real time, because there's opportunities now. So yes, we see NASA astronauts. It's known that on the Boeing Starliner, there will be a Boeing employee that will fly. At least that's what they said some months ago. Whether that's still the case, I don't know. But that's a difference then. It's not a NASA astronaut, it's a Boeing astronaut. And then, whether it's commercial space tourism and private persons that are paying, or others. So it's a really neat. This opens up so many different opportunities for people to and companies to really leverage.
Yeah. Okay, guys. I want to thank you for accepting and joining to this stream. I mean, it was a nice idea. I really want to do that in the next, important space launch. And here we go. Hopefully they can dock to the International Space Station and they can finish their mission and come back to Earth safely. So thank you for joining again, and you guys, thank you for watching.
Yes, thank you for this, Halit.
Thank you
for organizing. Appreciate it. Take care.
Bye bye.
All right, take care.